Alright, ladies and gentlemen, next up on our continuing coverage of the Spider-Man trilogy here on Video Game Reviews, we've got Spider-Man 2, which is the direct sequel to the first Spider-Man game. And this game came out in October of 2023. So, just last year, in fact. October 20th, 2023 to be exact. And fun fact, this actually came out the exact same day that Super Mario Bros. Wonder came out. Now, of course, this one, of course, is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, while Super Mario Wonder, of course, is a Nintendo Switch exclusive. So, now, you still have Peter Parker as Spider-Man in this one, but there is one other difference between this and the first game. I mean, obviously, I think, the story is different. It picks up from where Spider-Man 1 left off. And also another difference here is that you actually get to use two different characters as Spider-Man here. Peter Parker and Miles Morales. And now, of course, remember, at this point, Peter Parker's been Spider-Man for a while Miles is still relatively new. They still have traversal and combat abilities in this game. There's brand new gadgets and suits that you can get in this game by progressing the story. And among the suits that are introduced is the symbiote suit, which gives Peter unique abilities from his previous appearance. And there are also side missions that you can complete in addition to the main story missions, as well as getting collectibles that are dispersed through the game's open world. And of course, depending on the type of mission, you alternate between Peter Parker and Miles Morales. And this is actually supposed to come to PC on January 30th of 2025, so very early next year. So this game is a PlayStation exclusive for now, but you won't be able to say that for too much longer, though. Anyway, there are also stealth missions in this one, using Mary Jane once again. I don't know why, but they seem to love having Mary Jane for the stealth missions. I think it's probably because she's good at them. I mean, now the stealth missions, in the first Spider-Man game, like I said, they were kind of hard. This time, though, in this one, they are much more lenient, where, you can just, if you get behind enemies, you can just stun them. So, obviously a lot better than having to restart the whole thing over, the whole mission over again if you get caught. Now, the first Spider-Man game took place mainly in Manhattan. However, in this one, you can also now explore both Brooklyn and Queens. You can parry physical attacks, but certain enemy types, of course, are impervious to dodging. I have no idea what impervious means, excuse me. During traversal, the new suits for both Peter and Miles are equipped with web wings. When they are deployed, you are able to glide across the city with speed and distance covered, increasing when taking advantage of areas such as wind tunnels. And each Spider-Man's different gadget wheels is upgraded with additional equipable mods for the web shooters, such as being able to cast a web line across pillars for additional footing during the stealth sequences suspended above enemies, and the web grabber, allowing multiple enemies to be pulled into an isolated spot for stealth takedowns, which of course can be performed on two enemies at once. Now, of course, in addition to the standard Peter gameplay, he's also playable when bonded to the Venom symbiote, which gives him tendrils that can be used in combat and unique web-based abilities. And both Spider-Man have individual skill trees that have additional unlockable abilities for both of them once they accumulate enough skill points, which the number of skill points that they get depends on their experience level. There's also a third skill tree that dedicated to shared abilities between them. So basically what that means is you have a separate skill tree for Peter, a separate skill tree for Miles, and then the third one, of course, is for both of them, shared abilities. So it's basically like they're best friends or something like that. Now, of course, the game takes place 10 months after the events of Spider-Man Miles Morales. As you probably expect, I think some of the voice actors from the first Spider-Man game reprised their roles in this one. Now, of course, there's different characters in here. There's Oscorp's CEO Norman Osborn, and of course his son Harry Osborn, who apparently suffers from some sort of neurological disease that was inherited from his mother. A disease that I believe ended up killing Harry's mom, according to what they say in the game. And then, and of course, the former police captain from the first game, Yuri, is back, and she has assumed the identity of Rafe. So I think that would make her a villain now. Of Peter's Aunt May, of course, is featured in a flashback. And then, of course, there's Miles' late father, who, of course, was killed in the first game. He only appears in the dream sequence. And there's a lot of supervillains that you take on in this game, including Venom. Let's see. There's Kraven the Hunter. And, of course, Cletus Cassidy, who's known as the Flame. And so those are the new villains. The villains that... There are returning villains from the first game, which include Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative, Scorpion, Tombstone, and of course, Black Cat. There's also Sandman, Lizard, Chameleon, and Mysterio. Yeah. So, I don't... I don't remember if the Mysterio stuff is in this game. Well, this game or the first game. Like I say, I don't quite remember. And then there's, there's another character that makes a non-speaking cameo appearance in the post-credits, which of course is Cindy Moon, along with her father. So, yeah, overall, I would say this is a pretty good game. It definitely improves upon the first game, and in a lot of ways. I mean, the stealth is significantly improved in this game, so that's definitely an improvement. And really a fantastic game, a great story, and overall it is definitely a terrific experience. So I will give this game a 9.1 out of 10. Yeah, it does so many things better than the first game does. So, yeah. Alright, so, with that said, that is going to do it for this episode of Video Game Reviews. And we have one more Spider-Man game to cover in this little trilogy, and we will cover that next time around.